Alright, playing the Revalorisé on the highway map. This was part of a session, premium tanks, where I was just grinding credits. Um, Showing this to illustrate a point I think a lot of people overlook. Um, there's a statistic in the game, a user-created statistic, called WN8, which is supposed to be a measured indication of how good a player you are. So people will try to play for WN8 as opposed to playing for a win. Now, the point of the game is to win. It's not to get a high score. I mean, getting a high score is awesome, but if getting a high score means you're going to lose, then what's the point? I mean, really, what's the point? You know, like I I want to play for the win. I play to win. I want to win. You know, play for the win, not the glory. And this is an instance of that in process. Okay, so the Rev, I'm not charging in. The Rev is not as mobile as other tanks, and it doesn't have any armor. It's a Sherman body, so I mean it's basically it's more or less. Yeah, it has more. It has some more armor than like the tier 5 Sherman, the tier 6 Shermans, but I mean its armor is basically trash for its tier. And it's decently mobile, but it's not fast enough to run away when it's out in the open. So I'm trying to give support fire, take shots on things when I can, when they show themselves. Try to help out the Emil and now just the T-54 from the flank, because the Mod 1 got killed. Dispersion on this gun is pretty terrible, so I'm trying to move forward in a safe way to get closer shots so they hit. So I'm out of spotting distance of everything, everything on the left there that's spotted, and I put that bush between the Type 59 and myself. Whoop-bam! I love that. Okay. And it's getting a little sketchy. They have better tanks at closer locations to hit things. And now our Emil is panicking, and he just ran around the building to put himself in a crossfire between the T-59 and the mediums behind him, as well as a tank destroyer. So he's dead. Let me pause real quick. I'm looking at the map, and I notice, I mean, we are outnumbered and outgunned in the north. So we have, you know, 2 tank destroyers who have, I mean, the UDES has absolutely no armor, and everything will penetrate him. Stritzvong is a very good tank, however, still outnumbered. I'm pretty sure, I don't know for a fact, but I think the WZ-111 1FT could probably overmatch him. And even if he can't, they can all just fire high explosive and take him out real quick. As soon as he gets spotted, artillery is going to smack him too, and it's all bad news. We are outnumbered, outgunned in the north. We are at a disadvantage in the north in the field, but we have an advantage in the city. So I can't press the advantage because I'm not fast enough to run away and help win the city real quick. So my best play at this point is to neutralize the disadvantage, which is what I'm going to try to do here. I'm going to play light tank with my Rev. So I'm sneaking up forward, trying to get inside that big giant bush so I can spot things for the tank destroyers to hit. Now I was hoping the UDES would stay closer, but he ran away out of shooting range for everything we're coming at. I think he got scared, which is a good idea for him personally, just because, I mean, he has garbage armor, but it's not the good play for the team. So here, that guy's really close, and I'm getting scared. So I want to make sure my entire tank is concealed in the bush, and you're going to see me creep up real quick. Especially, I'm worried the E50 and others are going to see my butt, and you're going to see me checking. Yeah, like I spin the camera around, and I look at my tank to make sure I'm concealed, and I'm not. My butt's hanging out. So I just creep forward a little bit. Creep, 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 creep. There we go. Make sure I'm inside the bush and everything is concealed, and then I don't move and I don't fire. I just sit here. Like, I'm spotting. I'm hoping that Stritzvong will shoot something. I'm getting a little nervous because he hasn't, so I look back at him to make sure his gun's even pointing in the right direction. I mean, the E-50 is not giving him much to shoot at, and the Type 59 is behind that ridge. So, I mean, like, he doesn't have line of sight. We're in a position where I'm spotting things for the Stritzfong, and the Stritzfong can't shoot them. But it ultimately doesn't matter, because these guys are running around, and their sixth sense is going off every time they get spotted. So they know they're spotted, and they're not going to make a play. They're not going to push. They're not going to make a play. Just checking to make sure he's not AFK. So they're not going to push. None of them want to get shot. You know, there are 2 unspotted tank destroyers, as far as they're concerned. And me, I haven't been spotted yet. And they just know that every time they peek up, they get spotted, and I don't. And I'm flabbergasted. I have no idea how I pulled this off. I did not think the camo value of this tank was good enough to do this, but apparently it is. So I just sit here. Like, this is my job. I could shoot. You know, I could load a high explosive or a heat. I could pop off a shot at them. I could fight them. You know, duck down into the water, go hull down, but it wouldn't work because my turret armor sucks. So I would be throwing this flank just to get off one shot, and that's stupid. I would much rather suppress these guys to make sure they can't do anything, and give our heavies in the south time to win the city, and then come around to surround these guys. Because then we win. It's a much better play. That's how you win. Like, I'm getting a little bit of spotting damage, but you know, that doesn't count for WN8. And I don't care. Like, I really like playing light tanks, and a lot of the times I don't take a single shot in the light tanks. If it's not warranted, well, that's not true. I fire. Oh, yeah, I got to talk about that. Let's back that up. Yeah. So, like, light tanks are not WN8 machines, because often, especially now since I got nerfed to oblivion, at least at the beginning of the game, like, they're good cleanup tanks, but they're not real upfront combat tanks. Anyway, I'm rambling. Point is, I'm still unspotted, and I am going to stay here and do nothing until I get spotted. And there's a good way. You can check to see, like, there we go. So he's cresting the ridge. Type 59 is saying, screw it, we can't stay here. We have to make a play, we have to go. So he's running over the ridge. My sixth sense will not go off until 3 seconds after I actually get spotted, so I'm just going to watch him. As soon as right there, the gun snaps, then I know I'm spotted, so I take my shot, and I duck down under the ridge. Now he's out in the open. The Stritzfong is going to beat the crap out of him. I can't believe I missed this shot. That was bad play on my part. I get hit by artillery because I'm in the open right now. I hate artillery so much. Wha-bam. Yeah. Asshole. Alright, now I really want to make sure I kill that Emil. So I load heat just to make sure this one goes through. I don't know exactly what angle I'm going to get on him. I just want to make sure I kill him. So wait until what do we call it? Yeah, wait until the stun goes away. Now I can spot him again. Everyone's focusing on the E50 because he's visible. I'm watching the Emil, and I got him right here. Lower plate, and it doesn't pen. I think it shot high and bounced off him. So I take one hit, he gets stunned, and because of the stun, thankfully he misses a second, and then I can finish it. So there you go. Statistically, not a great game. But I don't care, because it's a win. And the win is what matters. Alright, have a nice day.